Much love and strength to you guys. I want to speak about the concept of the dark night of the soul. Dark night of the soul, and what is it, and how to literally go through it. Now, it's something that happens in the spiritual journey. It's something that every human being in a way goes through, because this is also symbolic. This is also found in history, like Jesus has been into. He met the devil in the desert. This is what the Saint John of the Cross experienced something as well. He went through a deep crisis. This is also called spiritual emergency. This is also called the dark night of the soul. Now, it's a process that the spiritual seeker actually goes through in order for him to actually let go of his ego. It's not necessarily the dark night of the soul, it's more like the dark night of the ego, because it seems like we no longer identify ourselves with who we thought we were. We're in the process of really recalibrating who we was into who we really are meant to be. And by the way, I do coaching sessions based on this, and I do spiritual therapy based on this. So if you are finding yourself in the dark night of the soul, if you are finding yourself like you are in a spiritual crisis, don't hesitate to message me, and I'll let you guys know what to do in this process, and how to really learn how to really calibrate your energies in this process, and really learn how to embrace yourself in this process, love yourself in this process, because in dark times it's super powerful to actually love yourself in dark times. So realize that if you are going through this process, I know it's not easy. It feels like you are static. It feels like you are in depression. It feels like you cannot go further anymore. It feels like you have low energy. It feels like you cannot create. But what I come to realize is the fact that all that we need in the darkness of the soul is patience, and it is about learning how to dance with your shadow, learning how to dance and embrace your dark side, learning how to embrace the fact that you think you're not good enough, learning how to embrace the trauma, learning how to embrace the what's it called? It's called panic attack. Learning how to embrace these things, and really, really moving in the body, and letting the body actually guide you through the process. So it's important to really, because it seems like the self will split. The self will split into two parts in that dark night of the soul, and one part is the ego, and one part is the higher self. Now, it's important to just reunite yourself into oneness. To reunite yourself into one consciousness, and to really flow with life from that point on. And the dark night of the soul is something that actually happens when we choose at a soul level to really let go of certain experiences, to really let go of experiences that are no longer serving us. It happens because we have chosen it. Okay, so I've learned is that whatever we are experiencing in this 3D reality, in what it seems to be the physical world, it is because we have chosen it at a spirit level. So every challenge is a choice that you make at a spirit level. So it means that whatever you are experiencing, it is because you have chosen it at a spirit level. You have chosen that challenge. You have chosen yourself to really experience some things that seem like they actually break you. You have chosen to experience some things that seem that they wound you. But you have to remind yourself that everything is happening with the higher mission. Everything is happening in divine timing. Everything is happening in divine timing. What is divine timing? It is the way in which the universe allows synchronicities to happen. So divine timing is also synchronicity. Okay? So if you are experiencing the dark night of the soul, realize that all that you gotta do is learn how to look within yourself for answers. Look within yourself for answers, and really make peace with yourself. Really make peace with yourself. Make peace with your inner being, with your higher being, with your true self, you know. But it seems like we get disconnected from our guidance. In the dark night of the soul, it seems like we get disconnected from our guidance. It seems like we are left alone by our spirit. But I come to realize that we gotta integrate ourselves. You know, we gotta integrate ourselves. We gotta find our own way, and we gotta find our own truth. You know, we gotta really embrace the process. We gotta embrace the process. We gotta embrace ourselves in the process, and we also gotta realize that there are no mistakes. There are no mistakes in this life, you know. And even your roughest experiences, they are not mistakes. They are just challenges for you to actually become your true abundant self, you know. So what happens in the dark night of the soul, it seems like we are being disconnected from source energy, and we are being left with a void feeling, with an empty feeling. And that usually is a problem that we have in the chakra system. You know, there is the chakra system, which is the flow of energy that runs through our body system, the chakra system. And with patience and with observation and with creativity, you also gotta create while you are in the dark night of the soul. Even if you feel like you don't want to, you gotta actually step up and you gotta face yourself, you know. So these things can actually increase your energy, increase your vibe. Allowing yourself to just be for a moment, allowing yourself to just stay with yourself for a moment and really look deep within for answers. I also realized that it's also about accepting negative feelings and low vibrational feelings, and also realizing that we're not perfect, you know. So through realizing that you're not perfect, through accepting the fact that you are not perfect in these rough moments, you get to actually love yourself. You get to love yourself and you get to embrace yourself. You get to turn any negative experience in your favor, because that's how it goes. You know, you learn how to be an alchemist. You learn how to be an artist. You learn how to be a magician, you know. So celebrate. This is the key word for the dark night of the soul, to celebrate. Celebrate your pain, celebrate your disaster, celebrate everything, and realize how magical and powerful you are still, you know. And I realize that it's also about feminine